Hello everybody, my name is Valerie White-Williams and today I'm talking about the new moon in Libra. And the new moon in Libra is happening on September 25th and it is at the 2 degrees in Libra. Now, interesting that we just right now as I'm filming, we are going through the equinox. So if you don't know what the equinox is, it's when the dark and light are equal on the planet. It's kind of the turning point. It's the sacred turning point. I live in the northern hemisphere, and so the turning point is going into the fall. People that live in South America, South Africa, I have friends in New Zealand, they are switching into the spring season. So everybody's making this turning point and there's a shift. People used to honor these cycles, but we live indoors with, lights and heat, that we don't really understand that this affects us. We are making a sacred turning point. And so, of course, the new moon in Libra is really right on the heels of the equinox change. And there's a lot of planets that are going retrograde. Now, don't be scared of that. Retrograde, we think, oh my goodness, it's really scary. But really, the retrograde planets are having us look within. It's not like things are not working, but we're going internally to work on the planets that we're going through. But let's just talk about the moon. So the moon is in Libra, and Libra is Cardinal Air. And Libra takes action. Libra takes action to build relationships and find partnerships, people to collaborate with. So it's a great time to reach out and make new friends, or take friends and really make plans to do things together, make partnerships, work together, because that's what Libra is to help build relationships, because two or more is maybe better than just one person all alone, which is the other sign is Aries, because Aries is cardinal fire. Aries is me and me alone, but now we're here together and we're going to help each other. And of course, I think a lot of astrology did happen in the northern hemisphere, because this is the season where, the fall, we have to work together to prepare for the winter, because when people lived in a different, world, they didn't have modern conveniences. People had to work together. So Libra is in the degree of 2 degrees. So it's just barely getting started. And in my teacher's Connie's system, Libra at 2 degrees, or any 2 degrees, is what we call purity. And it's setting up what we call the archetypal realms. So the archetype, the crystalline structures, the things that we can't see that hold the stars in place, it's kind of like removed from us, but we still feel the structure. So it's a great time to go forward and think about what structures we want to create. Now, sometimes the structures are created, but they manifest later. That's how creation works. We create the structure, and then it's going to manifest. So this is a great time with all the retrograde planets to think about collaborating with people, making relationships, and creating a structure. Because here's the deal. The world is going crazy right now. You guys all know it. We all feel it. We're going through some major changes and shifts. So what we need to do is focus on those relationships and the crystalline structure that we're going to pull in. We're going to pull in that energy to create. And we don't need to even know like a plan, because we're going beyond words. We're going beyond, it's more of we're bringing it in. You don't have to understand it. Just trust me on this. We're going to bring in this crystalline structure that is earth wisdom that a lot of people have ignored, because we think our mind is our master. It's not. It's just a calculator. So we can pull in the spiritual crystalline structure and trust it, that's going to get us through what's coming up. And of course, when people didn't have, modern conveniences, they had to store food and work together. Now, most of us have, these modern things, but we still need to pull in that structure, that sacred structure, and just allow it to come down. You don't have to understand it. You just have to allow it, because that's what purity is. It's the structure, this crystalline structure that's already in the grids of the earth. And at the turning point, the sacred turning point of the equinox, this is a perfect time to just allow it to come in. Allow it to come in. Now, the next thing I want to just talk about is that this is a perfect time for you to take a look at where Libra at 2 degrees shows up in your chart. Because everybody has that chart wheel, and that's going to show you the area that you need to focus on. So for me, my Libra at 2 degrees is actually in my first house, and it conjuncts my rising sign. So this is going to be a big one for me, because basically I'm rebooting my identity. I'm rebooting how I present myself to the world. Yeah, that's big. Yeah, because I'm at Virgo 29 degrees rising, and it's definitely a conjunction, and it's going to actually kick me into my next phase of existence and life. And again, with that crystalline structure of the purity, and also the planets reversing, it's a perfect time to plan and allow the plans to come down. And don't mentally think it too much. Yes, Libra is a social sign, it's an air sign, but allow that crystalline structure to come down, and you don't have to analyze it, allow it. So that's what's happening. It's going to happen on Sunday, at least in the United States. Could be happening a little different in the different parts of the world, but just allow this transition, trust it, bring down the crystalline structure, and focus in on what you need to do. Now, the thing about the new moon, it's a perfect time for goal setting. And so when we align that with our chart, and this one is going to feel a little bit different because it's so close to the equinox, but we can still create goals and think about what we want to do to the next equinox, which will be in the spring. And those are great goals. And we also can create the goals of the month. So we're going to have another new moon, and it's going to be an eclipse in Scorpio at the end of the month in October. So keep that in mind, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about some of the goals of what you're thinking about, and be turning our lives, because we can always make our lives better. And it doesn't always have to be this mental doing. It's sometimes an inward focus, and that's what we're being tasked to do. All right, thanks for the likes and shares. If you love this content, I love to do new moon every month, and let me know and subscribe so you get notified of all my uploads. And I also want to let you know of my 2 free passion groups on Facebook. The first one is called YouTube Success Strategies, where I'm helping people succeed on YouTube. And the other one is Creative Soul Alignment, for people that love the creativity and spirituality, because that's the thing. It's all the same. We are all creating, and we're all bringing down that spirituality, whether you know it or not, because every decision you make, you are creating your future. You are creating it. All right. Talk to you later, and I'll see you next time. Bye.